So I have a problem. The problem is मेरे को पहले बोले थे कि हम लोग इतना बजे स्टार्ट करेंगे, सर साहब आएंगे, तो तुमको 2-3 मिनट बोलना है और वो बोल के फिर तुम अपना निकल जाना, एंड देन प्रोफेसर दास विल टेक ओवर. Yesterday at around 11:30 I found out that the program which was supposed to be of 20-25 people is going to be of 60-70 people, and the time that I have been allotted is not 3 minutes but 30 minutes. तो like 30 मिनट जितना तो मसाला है ही नहीं मेरे पास बोलने के लिए, तो अब क्या किया जाए. 11:30 p.m. yeah, at night. So if I seem a little sleepless, that's because of that. This is my problem. What to say when you don't know what to say. So I don't really have anything to say. But I thought कि आज का theme क्या हो सकता है. So today's Teachers Day. So if there's something that I'm kind of okay-ish at, that is learning. How to learn new things. That is my passion. I enjoy learning different activities, finding out what new things are. So that is a passion of mine. So I thought I'll share it with you. But not just any kind of fun, not just bookish fun, but happy learning. So where do we learn from? We learn from our family. This is my grandfather. जब मैं बहुत छोटा था तब ये मेरे को सिखाते थे बहुत सारी चीज़ें, which I still remember. Values क्या होता है, संस्कार क्या होता है, you know, what are principles. So he would always compromise with people कि भाई सामने वाला खुश रहे, but he would never compromise with his principles. That is a very good learning that I got from him. कि principles जो है, values जो है, आपके पर्सनालिटी का जो कोर है, आपके लाइफ का जो कोर वैल्यूज है, उनके साथ लोग कुछ कर देते हैं और हम लोग उसको लेके बैठे रहते हैं. ये तो मैं 1 साल लग जाए, 5 साल लग जाए, छोड़ूंगा नहीं. इनमें somehow वो जो एक जीन है, that was not there. And I used to find it very fascinating. How can he find it so easy to let somebody go? कर दिया रे, ठीक है ना, उसको कोई दरकार होगा. उसने कि कैसे कर सकते हैं राजू? But he used to do it. I can't do it, but this is something I would like to learn from. So you learn from your elders. That is where you learn from. Then who do you learn from? You learn from people who are younger than you. So these are my kids. They are so far. So the biggest learning I have from them is that as soon as I walk into my house, और मेरा कैसा भी मूड हो, had a bad meeting, किसी से बहुत एक stressful fight हो गया या negotiation चल रहा है, और मन कैसा भी हो, when I walk into the house, they have the ability of making me smile, which is almost a superpower. So a few days ago, I'll give you an example. Me and Papa both were in Delhi. कुछ झमेला चल रहा था अमृतसर में, and Papa was very tense. And 8:30, my elder daughter goes to school. So we had reached home at around 8 o'clock. Papa was on the phone constantly, and he could not talk to Sanvi. Sanvi is the name of my elder. 8:45, 8:50 तक उनका फ़ोन कॉल ख़त्म हुआ, and he was not in a happy mood obviously. तो वो मेरी वाइफ को बोले कि श्रद्धा एक बार सानवी को बुलाओ. सानवी नीचे आई, 5 मिनट उनके साथ गप की, दौड़ा भागी की, पापा ये करना है, बाबा वो करना है. Within 5 minutes his mood was fine. That is a superpower which we should all try to have. कि हम किसी रूम में घुसें तो लोग हमको देख के खुश हो जाएं. People, my younger one, इसमें तो बहुत ज़्यादा छोटी है, but she is now 11 months old. She is just learning to walk. And I thought, even as an infant, एक छोटा सा बच्चा को भी ये समझ में आता है कि determination कितनी important चीज़ है. To get over obstacles, how important it is. Because if kids are not determined and they do not believe कि नहीं हमको तो ये करना ही है, they would never learn how to walk. क्यों चलना है? It's tough. यार दोनों हाथ दोनों पैर पे चलो, it's quite easy relatively. उसके बाद खड़े हो, it's stressful. उसके बाद चलो, that's even more stressful. ना balance है, ना motor functions है, but they keep trying. Eventually they walk. If they can be determined, 6 महीने के, 8 महीने के, 10 महीने के बच्चे, why can't we? Why shouldn't we? ये सब मैंने दादाजी से या मेरे बच्चों से सीखा. बाकी सब कुछ जो मेरे को आता है वो मैंने इनसे सीखा. But you won't focus on this too much because it's quite obvious I think कि बाकी सब और कहाँ से आया. तो जो books जो लोग लिखते हैं ना वो end में लिखते हैं that my editors were amazing, so all mistakes are mine. The editors did a great job. मैंने सीखा बहुत कुछ उनसे है, but all mistakes are mine. उनके सिखाने में भूल नहीं है, मेरे सीखने में जरूर भूल हो सकती है. But my mummy used to say कि किसी से भी कुछ भी सीख सकता है. There's something to learn from everyone. And I remember मैं स्कूल में जब था उस पर मैं थोड़ा पोलाइट लैंग्वेज में बोलते हैं कि मैं चंचल था. जो थोड़ा इम्पोलाइट लैंग्वेज में बोलेंगे ये बहुत ही बदमाश करता था. बट आई वुड प्रेफर टू यूज द वर्ड मैं बहुत चंचल था. एवरीवन कैन साइलेंस दिस सेल्फ. आई डोंट थिंक दैट आई डू नाउ. तो मैं इतना चंचल था कि ऑलमोस्ट एवरी वीक कहीं ना कहीं मेरे खरोच चोट ये सब लगते रहते थे. एंड वन डे थोड़ा ज़्यादा जोर से लग गया था. तो जो व्हेन यू आर यंग स्कूल में टीचर्स होते हैं एंड देन वी हैव मासी या दीदीज जिनको बोलते हैं. तो वो दीदी ने पूरा दवाई ववाई लगा के बैंडेज किया मेरे को. और मैं जब घर पहुंचा तो मम्मी पहले तो ऑफकोर्स तुमको कौन बोलता है ये सब करने, क्यों करता है, तुम कैसा लड़का है, तुम कब सीखेगा. आज अभी तक बोलती है कब सीखेगा तुम, कैसा लड़का है. बट उस समय ऐसा बोली थी. एंड देन शी सॉ कि कितना अच्छा से बैंडेज हुआ है. एंड शी सेड देखो मासी से सीखना चाहिए, तुम तो उनका बेटा नहीं है फिर भी तुम्हारा कितना ध्यान रखती है. एंड दैट रियली आई स्टिल रिमेंबर. चीनी वीनी लगा के भेजी थी पूरा पाउडर. वेट कौन सा पाउडर होता था, हाँ वो पाउडर एंड बैंडेज. आई थॉट कि हाँ वो मासी है बट वो मेरा अगर इतना ध्यान रखती है. शी हैज सो मच एम्पैथी एंड शी इज टेकन सो मच प्राइड इन हर वर्क कि एक छोटा बच्चा वो खरोच भी है तो भी मैं उसको किस तरह से इतना अच्छा से पैक करूँ. ये घर जाएगा तो इसकी मम्मी बोलेगी हाँ मेरे जैसा किया. बट आई ऑल्सो थिंक कि हमारे पूरे माइथोलॉजी में इससे अच्छा बड़ा भाई भी कोई नहीं. इफ यू लुक एट द क्वालिटीज ऑफ रावण, ही इज द बेस्ट बिग ब्रदर अ गर्ल कैन हैव. किसी लड़की का अगर किसी ने भी, चाहे वो भगवान ही हो, उन्होंने भी उसको अगर डिसरिस्पेक्ट किया एंड ह्यूमिलिएट किया, मॉक किया, ही डिड नॉट टेक इट आउट लाइक उसने मेरी बहन को परेशान किया, मैं उसको जो हो सकता है करूँगा. दैट इज अ क्वालिटी. आई थिंक एवरी सिस्टर शुड वांट अ ब्रदर लाइक रावण. Is that not right? Is that too controversial? Controversial, don't worry, video है. We'll have evidence of this many years later on. But there are things to learn from. There are definitely things to learn from. He was the greatest warrior of his time. No one could do anything to him. भगवान को आना पड़ा इनको उद्धार करके ले जाने. He was the greatest scholar of his time. He knew all the Veds, all the Purans. अगर ये जैसा था वैसा नहीं होता तो आज सप्त ऋषि की जगह अष्ट ऋषि बोलते हैं. He would have attained that level. जटाटवी गलज्जल प्रवाह पावितस्थले गले वलंबे लंबताम जंगतुंगमांताम डमट 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 निनाद वड्डमरवयम चकार चंड तांडवम तनो तनो शिव शिवम. दिस इज द फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ ऑफ तांडव जो कि इन्होंने लिखा. इट इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट एपिक पोएम्स आई एवर read. पोएम बोलो स्तुति बोलो. एंड ही रोट इट while his hand was under a mountain और शिवजी दबा रहे. शिवजी को रिझाने मनाने के लिए प्रभु मेरा हाथ छोड़ दो, जान बख्श दो. He wrote it under that pressure. And if you read the Tandav, you'll get goosebumps. So उस लेवल का तो ये स्कॉलर था. He was the greatest musician of his time. He was the greatest dancer of his time. तो जो 16 कलाएं हैं शिव जी का बोलते हैं कि शिव जी had all 16 कलाएं. इसमें भी 16 कला रहा होगा. अगर एक कहीं इसने गलती की तो दैट वाज हिज ईगो व्हिच ही कुड नॉट कंट्रोल. इफ ही वुड हैव कंट्रोल्ड दैट तो हम लोग आज जो आइडियल मानते हैं राम राज्य उसकी जगह रावण राज्य दो. कैन यू इमेजिन जस्ट वन स्मॉल थिंग इफ ही हैड चेंज तो आज राम राज्य की जगह रावण राज्य होता. बिकॉज बाकी सब चीज़ों में ही वाज द बेस्ट. ही वाज द बेस्ट इन पॉलिटिक्स, द बेस्ट इन स्ट्रेटजी, द बेस्ट इन मिलिट्री टैक्टिक्स. ही वाज द बेस्ट. ही वाज द पीक ऑफ that generation. But the one mistake and the mistake committed against whom वो भी फर्क पड़ता है. चीटी के अगेंस्ट किया होगा तो चलो मैनेज कर लेंगे. भगवान को ही ललकार दिए तो इनके साथ जो होना था वो हुआ. But this is a story. This is a character from a story. You might consider it historical fact, some people consider it mythology, some people consider it story. Let's talk about real people. This meet Adolf Hitler. I was just telling my sister Abhi Betke that one almost a mind-blowing factor is if Hitler had got a heart attack in 1938 में अगर हिटलर को हार्ट अटैक आ गया होता और वो मर गया होता, we would remember him as the greatest leaders of Germany, comparable to Otto von Bismarck. 1938 तक कोई वॉर नहीं, not a single bullet has been fired, not a single German soldier has been killed. जर्मनी जो वर्ल्ड वॉर 1 के बाद एकदम जमीन पे था उसको आसमान पे ले गया. इंडस्ट्रीज फ्लरिशिंग, इकोनॉमी इज बूमिंग, ऑटोबान्स बना दिए, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इज क्रेजी. 1938 if Hitler would have died from a heart attack, he would have been known as one of the great leaders of the 20th century. But because of again ego getting out of control and no one there to challenge him, लास्ट के जो 7 साल थे उसने पहले के 10 साल के पानी थे. But does he have any good qualities? I'll tell you some good qualities. He was a very courageous soldier in World War I. He was one of the few soldiers जिसका World War I में जो dispatches होता है, फ्रंट लाइन से dispatch भेजते थे, उसमें उसका नाम के साथ मेंशन, सोल्जर्स का नाम मेंशन नहीं होता था, जनरल्स का, लीडर्स का, इन सब का होता था. Adolf Hitler was one of the few people that he's a very courageous soldier, उसका नाम से मेंशन है. ये आदमी from Lance Corporal to Chancellor of Germany, from the lowest rung of the German army to the highest power of all of Germany, 10 साल के अंदर पहुंच गए. He must have had some charisma. He must have had some control over the audience. किस तरह से ये जो 1000 लोग आए हैं उनको मैं इस तरह से इम्प्रेस करूं ताकि मेरे अगले स्पीच में 3000 लोग आए, उसके बाद 10,000 आए, उसके बाद 20,000. That is a great quality. If you want to be somebody who has charisma, if you want to be someone who is popular, if you want to be someone who is charismatic, who can impress people, you can find worse people than Adolf Hitler to learn from. So, सबके पास कुछ ना कुछ qualities हैं. What my mummy used to say is true. We can learn from everyone. It is up to us whether we learn or not. One last thing to talk about Hitler. You can say कि तो करिश्मा था, वो तो अब इनबॉर्न टैलेंट है, वो हम क्या कर सकते हैं. Not a charismatic person. Until his 20s, mid-20s, he was not a very good personality. Not very well known, did not have many friends, was not a good speaker. He cultivated it. उसने कोशिश की, वो प्रैक्टिस करता था. Same with Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill का एक quote है, and I'm paraphrasing him. It's not exact quote, but all my offhand quips have been practiced beforehand, many times. कि जो मैं ऐसे ही चलते फिरते कुछ विटी सा बोल दिया, वो मैंने बहुत प्रैक्टिस किया है पहले. तो सेम थिंग विद हिटलर. Even though him and Churchill were adversaries in World War II, but he has also practiced a lot in how to cultivate his charm, his oratory, his performance. तो ये सब तो मैं दूसरे लोगों का बता रहा हूँ. बट आप लोग सब सोच रहे होंगे मेरे को देख के, I may be very handsome, but what can I teach you? Right? This is the exact same question my wife also asked me the first time she saw me. You are very handsome, but what can you teach me? Then I started thinking कि मेरे पास ऐसा क्या है which I can share with you. Not many things. There are not that many things I have which are something which I can teach you. I'm not either old enough or good enough or experienced enough to do any of that. So I started thinking, what should I share? What can I say? What can I do? And then something came to me, and that is my love for books. That is something where I feel that I might be at the top of the crowd when it comes to reading and enjoying them. कोई भी स्पीकर अगर खड़ा होता है ना बोलने से पहले, तो he has to give a certain introduction. Why you should listen to it. When it comes to books, I'll tell you why you might want to listen to it. Last year I read more than 100 books. In my lifetime I've read more than 3,000 books. So मैं बैठ के कैलकुलेट कर रहा था और ये फिगर था. Now it might be 10% plus minus, but इतना तो confirm. Last year 100 तो for sure. So I have some idea of what I'm talking about. This is not a subject where I will be that easily wrong. So I have nothing to teach you, but the books I read are very good. And from them, I can tell you certain things that you might want to do in your life. The first book, which I would like to recommend to everyone to read, is The CEO Next Door. It's written by Kim Powell and Elena Botello. And why is this important? So last year, I was made the CEO of the real estate group of Hood. I thought कि ठीक है, अब करना क्या होता है CEO? What is the difference between what I was doing here and what I am doing in Delhi? I got this book, I read through it, and I realized there are major things and how a leader is supposed to be. There is a difference between being a boss and being a leader. And you can take two paths. You can either be a boss, you can be a leader, and I wanted to be a leader. And I got this book. In this book, ये जो दोनों authors हैं, इन्होंने 26,000 CEOs को study किया. उसमें से 1700 CEOs को deeper analysis के बाद they have selected and they have found 4 traits. 4 चीजें ऐसी है which make a good CEO. Now, it doesn't have to be a CEO. It can be a leader. It can be a manager. Whoever you are, if you are managing people, these 4 traits are important. तो ये क्या 4 चीजें हैं? The first thing is reliability. You have to be reliable. ऐसा ट्रेन का रास्ता बना देंगे और बोलेंगे यार मैं आर्किटेक्ट हूँ, मेरी बात मान. That doesn't work. The CEOs who are relentlessly reliable. That's the phrase the book uses. Relentlessly reliable. हर दिन, हर week, हर महीने, they promise certain things, they commit certain things, and then they deliver. That is what reliability is. So when a study was done of the boards, जो board of the company होती है, जो decide करती है कि CEO को रखना है कि नहीं रखना. So when that study was done, the CEOs who are relentlessly reliable were found to be 15 times higher in performance than other CEOs. That's a massive gap. That is a massive gap. 1 time, 2 times, 15 times. So that is something we can learn to do. Now, how to be reliable? खुद से करने जाएंगे तो possible नहीं. You have to put in place number 1 checklists, number 2 systems. जो I think Indo-Thai में भी और real estate में भी अपने कर रहे हैं. Those things are important because they take away your day-to-day need to look after certain things. Checklist है ये करना है. You've forgotten about कि ये कैसे करना है. ये करना है सब कुछ already pre-planned है बनाया हुआ है. Let's just do it. That makes you reliable. The third and I feel most important thing is the culture of the organization should not be to punish failure, but failure should be treated as a learning opportunity. If you do not do that, you cannot be reliable because आप कभी decision लोगे ही नहीं. You will be in analysis paralysis. Decide कर लूँगा सही हो गया तब तो ठीक है हीरो बन जाऊँगा, गलत हो गया तो I might get fired. That should not be done. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. इससे कुछ सीख सकते हैं. You might still get fired, but at least you will learn something from it. The second criteria is adaptability. You have to adapt. You have to adapt boldly because the marketplace is changing every day. हर दिन नए innovations आ रहे हैं, हर दिन नए काम करने के तरीके आ रहे हैं. If you look at जो हमारे पीछे real estate के लोग बैठे हैं, if you look at the front page of Telegraph or Times of India, सप्ताह में 4 या 5 दिन cover on cover is some real estate project, right? Just look at the marketing. Look at the offers that are coming up. एक साल पहले तक जो offers आ रहे थे वो आज दिखते ही नहीं है. सब कुछ change हो गया. Everything is new. और लोग नई नई चीज़ें खोज रहे हैं. They are trying to be innovative. We should do the same. If we don't, we'll die. The market has no sympathy. We have sympathy for each other. But इस रूम के बाहर जितने लोग बैठे हैं उनमें किसी के लिए भी चाहे धूप ग्रुप हो या रियल एस्टेट हो या इंडो-थाई हो किसी के लिए sympathy नहीं है. Either we will be at the forefront of the marketplace, either we will be at the forefront of the change, or we will die, and the market will not try over us. We have to take care of this. The one thing we can do is we should never become too comfortable with what we are doing. That is something that I have found. The day you become comfortable is the day you are happy with how things are. And that is when you stop looking at how things will be 3 months from now, 1 year from now. So you'll always be at that edge of being comfortable and being uncomfortable. I would rather be uncomfortable, not knowing what's coming, because then I'll at least try to find out what's coming. कि आगे क्या होने वाला है 3 महीने बाद. Let me think, let me plan, let me talk to people, let me find out, let me read something. Try to be uncomfortable. Don't ever get comfortable in your job. If you're getting comfortable in your job, go to your boss, tell them, मेरे को आप कुछ और responsibility दे दो, I want to do something new. Add some more things for me to do. Because जिस speed पे world change हो रही है, adaptability is going to be a critical thing for us to do. The third thing is decisiveness. Every day I wake up and this is how I feel like. आज ये करूँ, आज ये करूँ, क्या करूँ, इधर जाऊँ, इसको फोन करूँ, उसको पकड़ूँ, ये decision लूँ या नहीं लूँ. If you don't want to take a decision, there are 100 reasons not to take a decision. But and there are scientific studies that prove it. It is better to take a wrong decision than to not take a decision. Decide something and then work to make it right. That is how we should look at it. अब इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है कि हम डिसीजन तो कुछ ले लिए, अब वो गलत हो गया. That means our decision making has not matured to that level that very quickly we can find out कि सही decision क्या होगा. So the goal should not just be to decide within a day. हाँ ये decide करना ना फटाफट सब एक घंटे में सारा काम खत्म, सारे decision ले लिए. That's not right. The goal is to learn how to make better decisions more quickly. There are two components: better decisions more quickly. ये कैसे कर सकते हैं? One, you can practice. Try to make a decision and then learn from it. That's the second thing. हम लोग decisions लेते हैं, जो खराब होते हैं उसका पूरा analysis होता है, लेकिन जो सही होता है उसका कोई analysis नहीं होता. You never think back कि हाँ ये सही हुआ, क्यों हुआ? It might not be for the reasons we thought it was. हमारी बुद्धिमानी के कारण वो सही हुआ ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है. उसका मार्केट उस समय अच्छा था. We got lucky. It might happen. It does happen. But we never analyze that. Good decisions को भी analysis करना चाहिए. The third thing is to make less decisions. I don't want to take. I have 8 hours, let's say, working in a day. I'm going to take 8 decisions. That's it. ज़्यादा नहीं करना. Rest, delegate. Or checklists, systems, flowcharts. Give to other people. They will do. Automate all that stuff. Finally, the fourth thing, which all good CEOs should know, is to engage client talk. You should always be talking to your people. हम लोग क्या करते हैं? We always talk to outside people. हमारे कंपनी का रेपुटेशन बाहर कैसा है? हमारी कंपनी को बाहर लोग कैसे देखते हैं? इनसे मिलो, बाहर जाओ, find out from other people. Let's try to find out from our own people. आपके जो लोडर्स हैं हमारे स्टेशन में, do they know what the vision is of Indosai? Do they know where we need to go in 1 year? Do they know what our revenue projections are? They don't. I don't think so. आप लोग को आधे लोगों को नहीं पता होगा मैं रेवेन्यू प्रोजेक्शंस क्या है या हम क्या करना चाह रहे हैं एक साल में. Engage, but not just engage in the sense कि बैठ के possible. Engage, impactful engagement is required. They should know what you want from them because you've told this to them every day, every time, constantly, अलग-अलग तरह से. If you can do that, if your whole organization buys into your vision, then you can achieve success far quicker and of a much grander scale than you have. The new problem is 4 चीजें हैं. No single person has all 4 things. In fact, all 4 things are not required also. For example, if you have a tech startup, Amazon, let's think of mid-90s, late 90s, Amazon does not need to be relentlessly reliable. But Amazon needs to boldly adapt. They need to adapt to everything that is happening. Because at that time, in the tech boom, हर तीसरे दिन कुछ ना कुछ नया हो रहा है. And they need to be in front. So for Amazon, it is very important to always be adapting. But if you are opening a hospital, you need to be relentlessly reliable. You don't want people dying because you're trying out new things every day. You want to be the most reliable name in that whole city so that people come to you. So you need to figure out आपका जो business है, आपका जो काम है, उसमें आपके लिए इनमें से क्या important है. There's a lot more in this book. There's a chapter called Career Catapult that tells you how to leapfrog in your career, how to jump higher. There are 5 hazards which you should overcome, which you should be aware of once you've been promoted. So I recommend this book very, very highly for all of you to read. Come to the second book, Thinking Fast and Slow. I've given this book to my sister and she's returned it back very quickly. Then I gave it to my brother-in-law and he's read it thankfully. But I really enjoy this book. Thinking Fast and Slow is written by two guys. Their name is Amos Tversky and Daniel Kahneman. In fact, it's written by Daniel Kahneman, but Kahneman did all his work with Amos Tversky. And they have literally revolutionized how we think about thinking. These are the guys who understand how our brain works. They understand how my brain works better than I understand how my brain works. Because they've done thousands and thousands of studies, and they're just incredible thinkers. So all their decades of work was encapsulated in one book. It's called Thinking Fast and Slow. And it's a funny title, Thinking Fast, Thinking Slow. So what they say is, all our brains have two systems. System 1, System 2. Now, I'll ask a question, just shout the answer. What's 4 into 3? What's 7 into 4? What's 17 into 43? I need an answer from someone. Make the effort. 7. What you guys did in the first two questions is use your System 1 brain. System 1 is quick, fast, it's unconscious, it's fast, it's associative, it's autopilot. Immediately know the answer. 95% of the cases, 95% of the time, we are using System 1. System 2 brain is what Charles used to get to 731. Because that is a slow process. You have to make the effort. And System 2 is lazy as hell. It does not want to be used, it does not want to be in the front of your mind. Usko bas पीछे relax करने दो, he is fine. System 1 is the one who's सुबह 10 तो Red Bull पी के उठा है, हाँ क्या करना है, let's do everything. But there are certain cases where System 1 is very helpful. There are certain cases where System 2 brain should be used. 17 into 43 is one of those. कोई भी तरह का analysis हो, कोई भी तरह का complex problem solving हो, System 1 brain will always try to find shortcuts. उस समय ऐसा हुआ था तो अभी भी ऐसा ही होगा. That is not true. There may be factors which are different. You must engage your System 2 brain. System 2 brain क्यों नहीं engage होता है? I think यहाँ System 1 System 2 दोनों तो मेरे अंदर ही है. तो इसको मैं why do I not engage it? There are many biases. There are many fallacies that we all have. There's a list in this book, and as I was reading it, they would give an example. कि सोचो ये problem है. What is your solution? And I would say हाँ ये solution. And then they would tell me that you must have thought this is the solution. This is why you're wrong. And my brain fooled me every single time. I read this book to find out how dumb I was. And then I read this book again to learn, to get better. Let's take an example of one of the biases we have. That bias is called anchoring. Wait, not this type of anchoring. Anchoring is a bias we have where the value of some unknown quantity is influenced by a value I के. So for example, अभी हम लोग दिल्ली में एक मॉल बना रहे हैं. So in the meeting when I went there last year, in the meeting I was told that the value we should expect is between 40 to 45, which is the rental per square. I said ठीक है, because I had no idea. I just walked in, and then I said कि ऐसा क्यों है? बोले हम पहले जिनसे बात कर रहे थे उन्होंने हमको बोला 40 to 45 होना चाहिए. Like that's the range they will give you. Fine, 40 45 भी ठीक है. The new guys came in. I'm a new guy, so I can make mistakes. मैं तो उस system में नया ही घुसा हूँ. So they said हाँ जी इसका क्या होगा? I said 125. They were literally shocked. 125. Even my own people are shocked. तो सर कोई गलत पढ़ दिया, कोई दूसरा नंबर चला गया. I said no, 125 होना चाहिए. And we eventually closed it at 106. Because I anchored at 125. That was the anchor price. But the new guys who come in, they don't know the price क्या है. They have an idea. But when I say 125, when I say it confidently, they start off from 80 rupees. अभी 80 भी अगर मिलता है तो I'm more than happy. Because I started from 40 rupees, but they don't know. So I anchored it in such a way that they thought कि हाँ इस unknown quantity का ये value होगा. So we came to that number. So anchoring is very important. We are constantly, especially in the media, आपको newspaper जब पढ़ते हो सुबह, they give you news in such a way that you get anchored कि हाँ ये इतने खराब हैं, अब उन्होंने ऐसा किया. They start off in such a way that you are subtly influenced. So be very careful, and in fact try to pick it out. You'll really enjoy it. Yeah. This is the availability bias. Indo-Thai के conclave में I'll never fly again. I thought this might wake you up a little bit. अवेलेबिलिटी बायस है कि हम जो चीज़ देखते हैं, हम जो चीज़ पढ़ते हैं, वो हमारे माइंड में रहता है, एंड देन वी स्टार्ट सीइंग इट इन ऑल द प्लेसेस. So I'll give you example. The best example is lottery tickets. We read about इसको ऐसा लॉटरी लगा, उसको वैसा लॉटरी लगा, सबसे खबर मिलता है, सुनते हैं. If somebody even gave it like a 5-minute thought कि लॉटरी का टिकट लेके कोई सेंस है या नहीं, no one would ever buy lottery tickets. कोई नहीं खरीदेगा. It makes zero sense. बट हम सुनते हैं, उसको 50 लाख का लॉटरी लगा, उसको 10 लाख का लॉटरी लगा, देने चले गए. किसी डॉक्टर के पास अगर पेशेंट्स आए and they both have a bacterial infection which has led to a cold, the third person who comes in might just have a cold. The doctor is predisposed to thinking कि इसको bacterial infection. This is a bias in his mind. But that plays in such a way कि उसको normal cold भी लगता है कि bacterial infection होगा, because he's seen that previously. You know, people worry about getting murdered. उनको चिंता रहती है, स्पेशली अभी दिल्ली में तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा चिंता, बिकॉज it's more unsafe than Calcutta, to be honest. But the rate of getting murdered is 1/5 of the rate that people get stomach cancer. Stomach cancer को लेके कोई चिंता नहीं करता. No one cares, कोई पसंद नहीं है. Murder front page news, फोटो आती है, न्यूज़ में चलता है. But no one worries about stomach cancer. You're 5 times more likely to get stomach cancer than to get stabbed. But we worry about getting stabbed. We don't worry about stomach cancer. That's the availability bias. जो available information है, उसी को analyze करके, हाँ जी ये तो बहुत होता होगा. Thank you, my dear. It's sunk cost. This is my favorite bias that we all have. So let's do a thought experiment. There are 3 projects which are going on. एक प्रोजेक्ट है जिसपे आप 1 साल से काम कर रहे हो, एंड यू स्पेंड 25 crore doing that. You can do it. So the first project, आप 1 साल उस पे मेहनत किए, you spend time, effort, and you spend 25 CR on that. The second project is a project where you work 3 months, and you spend 5 crore on that. The third project is where you spend only 1 week. You just started. And you not even spend 1 CR, it's little less than that. Suddenly, एक ऐसा law आता है that you can only do 2 projects. So which one do you throw out? कौन सा project नहीं करेंगे? एक project को छोड़ना होगा. So when this question was asked to a big audience, the vast majority of them chose कि 1 crore वाले को हटा देंगे, 25 crore, 5 crore उसको रखेंगे. And then they were said, but we haven't told you what the projections will be. We haven't told you whether this project will be successful or not. तो आप कैसे डिसाइड करेंगे? 1 crore वाले को हटा दो, 25 को रख लो, 5 को रख लो. That is the sunk cost fallacy. Sunk cost fallacy says that whatever you've done till now should not influence your decision to continue with the project or not. ये प्रोजेक्ट करना है कि नहीं करना है, ये ऐसे डिसाइड नहीं होगा. आप बस आगे का सोचो, पहले क्या हो गया वो छोड़ो. Unless you financial modeling के लिए, of course, you need to do that, but that is not how you should think about it. I'll give you another example. One of my friends in the US was very unhappy in her marriage. So she was married for 5 years, and finally she told me that I'm not very happy. This is not working out, so I don't know what to do. I said, leave them. If things are so bad, might as well leave them. Why continue with this? She said, but I've spent 5 years with him. I've spent the majority of my 20s with this guy. How can I just leave him? And because I'm a economics geek and I like to think in such ways, the sunk cost fallacy came to my mind, and I asked her one question. I said, you spent 5 years, you gave 5 years to this guy, you're unhappy. The way to think about this is not that you spent 5 years with him. The way to think about it is, do you want to spend another 5 years with this guy and remain unhappy? And that kind of made her think in a different nowadays. I mean, divorce, but at least she's happy. She was very unhappy in that time. That is the sunk cost. The amount of time you spend, the amount of money you spend, the amount of effort you spend should not affect whether you escalate that commitment to that person. It's very tough to do. I'm not saying these are easy things. It's tough to do. but you should do it. And that's the last one. So there are many biases, of course. When you read the book, you'll find that. But this is probably my favorite bias, or maybe second favorite after some point. I love some point. This is the bias which says that you have two selves. One is the experiencing self, and one is the remembering self. आप जो experience किए, वो आपको एक self में उस समय ध्यान रखा है, but then you forget everything. Then you only remember what your brain chooses to remember. If you want to have a positive experience, it will bring out all the positive experiences. आपको वही ध्यान रखना. That is your remembering self. And the example I would like to give you is my sister's marriage. अभी recently I was seeing all the albums and I was remembering all the good times. अरे क्या मजे थे, क्या बढ़िया था. We had so much fun. Yeah, oh, these people had come, that people. And that marriage has become like a very positive, 100% success, no problem, great thing. बट उस समय जब कर रहे थे, दैट एक्सपीरियंसिंग सेल्फ न्यू कि कितना तकलीफ हो रहा है, कितने प्रॉब्लम्स आ रहे हैं, किस तरह से उनको सॉर्ट आउट कर रहे हैं, सब लोग कैसे रात भर नहीं सो रहे, बट यू कीप फॉरगेटिंग दीस थिंग्स. डू नॉट रिलाई ऑन आवर मेमोरी. वी आर टू ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट इन आवर ओन एबिलिटीज. ऑलवेज क्वेश्चन योरसेल्फ. यू कैन आई क्वेश्चन माई सेल्फ एंडलेसली बिकॉज आई नो दैट आई एम प्रॉब्ली रॉन्ग. लाइक आई हैव टू प्रूव माई सेल्फ राइट, तब जाके मैं कुछ काम करता हूँ. आई स्टार्ट ऑफ बाई सेइंग दैट आई एम प्रॉब्ली रॉन्ग. I have to check. I don't know. मैं तो ठीक कर रहा हूँ. That's how mistakes are made. Mistakes are still made, but I make a lesser number today than I used to do yesterday or the day before. That should be our goal. You should read this book. I think every sentence has more wisdom in it, crammed in it, than I can really tell you. It's incredible. Daniel Kahneman is also a Nobel Prize winner for his work on prospect theory and all the other things. But if thinking fast and slow is how to think, this next book, which is the last book, I promise. Thinking fast and slow is how to think. The next book is how to live. I think this is the most important book I've read in my life. I read this book constantly. I've read this book maybe 40 times, many times. I read it every day. I read every year. And it's almost like I'm giving away a trade secret, but you're a family, so you can do it. The 48 Laws of Power. Some of you have at least heard of it, if not read it. But there are 48 laws which tell you how to lead your life in a way that will give you more power, that will give you more success, that will give you more followers, more people who look up to you. What's this photo of? This is the White House. This is Donald Trump's first cabinet. These are all the ministers. It's been 2.5 years since he was elected. Do you know how many are still there? Maybe 1 or 2. Everyone's gone. Because law number 1 says, never outshine the master. You should know who your master is, and you should do your best not to outshine him, because he has control over your career, he has control over your job. All these people, at one point or the other, did something or said something which went contrary to whatever the Donald wanted. Immediately fired. Never outshine the master. Right. Law number 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. I'll give you 2 examples. In 131 BC, एक रोमन जनरल, उसका नाम है मुसियानस. वो एक पेगासस करके सिटी है, उस पे वॉर करने गया है. When he reaches the city, वो वॉल सब खड़े हैं, and he wants to break the walls. तो उन्होंने बोला एक उस शिप का बड़ा सा मास्ट लेके आओ, मास्ट दैट लॉक, वो लेके आया. आई एम गोइंग टू क्रश दिस वॉल एंड आई एम गोना गो थ्रू इनटू द सिटी. तो उसके सोल्जर्स दौड़ के गए इंजीनियर के पास, उसको बोले वो बड़ा वाला मास्क चाहिए, फटाफट दो. तो बोला किस लिए? हम दीवार तोड़ेंगे. बिल्कुल छोटे छोटे लेके जाओ, इट बी क्विकर, यू डू इट बेटर. बोले सियानस ने बोला है बड़ा मास्क लेके आने, या तो दे दो या तुम जाके उसको समझा लो. बोला हाँ मैं जाके समझाता हूँ. द इंजीनियर वेंट, बोला मुसियानस, इन दीज मैटर्स यू शुड लिसन टू द एक्सपर्ट्स. मुसियानस ने बोला हाँ बता. आधा घंटा उसका सुना, बोला हो गया तेरा, ठीक है. सोल्जर्स गो ब्रिंग दैट बिग मास्क, बड़ा वाला लेके आओ. बाकी सोल्जर्स इसको उल्टा लटकाओ, इसको रॉड से मारो. वो मार रहे थे जोर जोर से और रो रहा था, चीख रहा था. बोला अरे you know why are you doing this to me? इट्स सो पेनफुल, बहुत दुख रहा है, हर्ट हो रहा है, थोड़ा मुझे बख्श दो, थोड़ा कम कर दो। सिर्फ कम कैसे कर सकते हो? दिस इज पेन एंड इन सर्टेन मैटर्स यू शुड लिसन टू द एक्सपर्ट्स। द एक्सपर्ट इन पेन, अब ये होगा था, ही डाइड, ही आर्ग्यूड, यू शुड नॉट आर्ग्यू। वर्ड्स आर नेवर न्यूट्रल, कोई भी वर्ड न्यूट्रल नहीं है। इफ यू आर आर्ग्यूइंग अगेंस्ट समवन, दैट पर्सन विल टेक इट पर्सनली, मान के चलो, he may not, but that's good for you. But what if he does? अगर उसने ले लिया, then you're screwed. And you never know कि इसके साथ क्या बोल रहा है. So be very careful. Second thing, 1500.
ना
Church है Santa Maria del Fiore. Michelangelo has been called क्योंकि एक मार्बल का वहाँ पे ऐसे बहुत बड़ा सा पत्थर पड़ा हुआ है. और माइकलैंजेलो को बोले कि हम लोग के यहाँ फ्लोरेंस में जितने भी लोग हैं, सबको बोले एक स्टैचू बनाने, कोई बना नहीं पा रहा. आप बना सकते हो क्या? माइकलैंजेलो ने देखा, बोला हाँ मैं बना दूंगा ऐसे.
थोड़ा आगे आ जाओ और जगह भी खाली पड़ा आ जाओ. देखो दो जन हो जाएगा ज़्यादा चेयर.
माइकलैंजेलो ने बोला मैं इसको बना दूंगा. और जो मेयर था उस फ्लोरेंस का एट दैट टाइम, सोडोरिनी करके एक आदमी था, ही सेड कि ये हम लोग को बना रहा है, ही इज नॉट गोना मेक समथिंग, सिर्फ रुपए ले लेगा और हम लोग के साथ फॉलो है. बट माइकलैंजेलो वाज प्रीटी श्योर कि आई विल मेक समथिंग. उसने बना दिया. अब सोडोरिनी तो बोल रखा था कि ये कुछ कर नहीं पाएगा. आफ्टर फ्यू वीक्स ही वेंट टू विजिट, देखा बहुत सुंदर एक स्टैचू बन गया. ये वाला नहीं था. सोडोरिनी ने बोला कि नहीं, ये जो स्टैचू बना है ठीक है, इसका नाक बहुत बड़ा है. माइकलैंजेलो को बोला, वो द ग्रेटेस्ट स्कल्पटर ऑफ ऑल टाइम. माइकलैंजेलो ने बोला अच्छा ऐसा है क्या, आप एक काम करिए सर, आप इस स्कैफोल्डिंग पे चले जाओ, गो अबव द स्टैचू, ऊपर से देखना. पिक्ड अप द चिज़ल, पिक्ड अप अ हैमर, और हाथ में बहुत सारा मार्बल डस्ट ले लिया. एंड देन ऐसा प्रिटेंड किया कि जैसे वो नाक को धीरे धीरे स्क्रैच कर रहा है, थोड़ा थोड़ा मार्बल गिराते जा रहा. 5 मिनट बाद बोला सर नाउ इज इट ओके? यस नाउ इट इज वेरी नाइस. आई थिंक हिज एक्ट वाज यू मेड इट कम अलाइव. अब लग रहा है जैसे जिंदा. डिडंट टच अ थिंग. बट अगर आर्ग्यू किया होता उस इंजीनियर की तरह, क्या फायदा होता? आगे और कुछ काम मिलता नहीं, उसको वहाँ से भगा देता. So win through your actions, not through your arguments. Now, law number 19. Know who you are dealing with. Don't offend the wrong person. Don't offend the wrong person. Who knows who this is? Somebody must watch movie. John Wick. Correct. John Wick. John Wick में क्या होता है? You never know the first one, the story. Some people come, वो बोलते हैं ये गाड़ी हमको बेच दो. जॉन विक बोलता है नहीं, गाड़ी नहीं बेचूंगा. उसे घर पहुंचते हैं रात में, उसी गाड़ी जबरदस्ती उठा के ले जाते हैं. उसे कुत्ता रहता है, उसको मार देते हैं. They offended the wrong one. They did not know कि ये जॉन विक है. Before you know who is in front of you, don't mess with things. John Wick goes, kills all his friends, kills him, kills his father, kills the whole पूरा रशियन माफिया खत्म in one day because he's freaking John Wick. He's a legend. उसके फादर के पास फोन जाता है कि हाँ किसी और ने ऐसा कर दिया मेरे बेटे के साथ. बोला सर उसने जो गाड़ी चोरी की वो जॉन विक की. फादर की इतनी हिम्मत नहीं कि उसको कोई सेकंड आर्गुमेंट दो. बोलता ओह but I wanted to play that video world with you. That's who John Wick was. Those kids did not know who they were messing with. In the end what happened? The whole family got screwed. But ठीक है, ये तो मूवी है. मूवीज में कुछ भी स्टोरी हो सकती है, राइट? 1920s में यूएस में there used to be a con man. उसका नाम था मिस्टर फूरे. मिस्टर फूरे swindled मिस्टर नॉफी by $45,000. At that time it was a big amount. $45,000 उस समय बहुत बड़ी रकम थी. इतना बड़ा रकम इतने बेवकूफ़ी भरे तरीके से जब लोग खो देते थे तो कोई भी यूजुअली इसको पब्लिसाइज नहीं करता था. फिर लोग सोचेंगे मैं तो बेवकूफ़ किया होगा. बट ये जो मिस्टर नॉफरीड थे, ये एक डिफरेंट टाइप के आदमी थे. ये सबको खोजने निकले. एक जन को पकड़ा, जेल में डाला. उसके बाद और कंट्री में घूम रहे थे. एक जन को पकड़ा मोंटाना में. वहाँ पे वो काऊ पकड़ने के लिए जो गोल बनाता है ना रस्सी, काउबॉय वाले, उससे पकड़ा. उसको रस्सी से टानते हुए लेके गए जेल में. आधा घंटा तक टाना. फाइनली खोज के पकड़ के ही रीच मॉन्ट्रियल, कनाडा में. मॉन्ट्रियल में उनको एक जन मिला जो कि सेकंड आदमी था सूर्य का. मॉन्ट्रियल से वो भागा, सॉल्ट लेक सिटी में आके उसको वापस पकड़े, उठा के जेल में किए. फूरे को पकड़े फ्लोरिडा में, हैंडकफ किए, उसको लेके आए टेक्सास और उसको जेल में डाले। उसको 5 साल लगे। He went to England, he went to Mexico, he went to Canada just to find all these conmen. 5 साल में bankrupt हो गया, उसकी शादी खत्म हो गई, 5 साल बाद मर भी गया, but he died a very satisfied man. ऐसे आदमी से पंगा लेने की जरूरत नहीं थी फिर। So don't offend the wrong person. Finally, Law 41. Do you know who this is? I don't know. Even I didn't. His name is Rory John Gates. He's the only son of Bill Gates. No one knows. He's an adult. बच्चा नहीं. We know Anant Ambani, Akash Ambani. You don't know who Rory John Gates is. You don't know him because he follows law number 41, which is avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Why? Whatever has come first will appear better and more original than whatever you do. That is why he does not work in Microsoft. He says he does not want to work in Microsoft because he can never compare with his father. कुछ और ही उतना करेगा. He is happy doing whatever he does. That's why अडवाणी जी जब आते हैं वाजपेयी जी के बाद थोड़े फीके लगते हैं. That's why अमित शाह को भी प्रॉब्लम होगी मोदी जी के आने के बाद. But the best example is Alexander the Great. We all know Alexander the Great. Do you know who his father was? His father was King Philip. If Alexander had not been born, you would all have known the name of King Philip. He was a great king. He conquered all of Greece. पूरा ग्रीस पे कब्जा किया और इस तरह से कब्जा किया कि अलेक्जेंडर एक बार बोला था, if my father does not stop conquering, there will be nothing extraordinary left for me to do. अगर मेरे पिताजी इस तरह से ही करते रहे काम तो मेरे लिए कुछ भी नहीं बचेगा एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी करने के लिए. But King Philip used to conquer by cunning, strategy से. किसी को बेवकूफ बना के, किसी को मिसडायरेक्ट करके, किसी के स्पाइस को टर्न करके अपने स्पाइस भेज. Alexander did not want to do that. He said, I want to live by my strength. मैं अपने courage के साथ I will leave my stamp on the world. उन्होंने पूरा ग्रीस किया था. Alexander took over Greece, went to the farthest corners of Europe, and then people thought कि ठीक है अब हो गया चलो. He said नहीं अभी क्यों हुआ? My name has still not been written in the history books. Crossed Asia, decimated Persia, came to India. That's why we know of Alexander. We don't know of King Philip. So if you want to step into a great man's shoes, be ready to be like Alexander. अगर वैसा नहीं कर सकते तो it's better not to do it. See, it all comes down to what kind of leader you want to be. There are 3 books that teach you different things, and they'll all lead to self-betterment for all of you. It's up to you whether you want to read it or not, and I'm happy to discuss it later on. But when it comes to decision making, I think you should see the next slide before I talk. Do we know who this is? This is the man who, in my estimation, made the toughest decision of the 20th century. His name is Harry Truman. He was the 33rd president of America, and he was the man who decided that yes, I will drop 2 nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That must have been a tough decision. That I'm going to kill the whole population of these 2 cities just to stop Japan from continuing with the war. Try to get in his shoes and think of that decision. The whole future generations will know of you as a mass murderer, will know of you as someone who destroyed 2 amazing cities. Hiroshima and Nagasaki were completely leveled. They will know you as a monster who dropped an atom bomb on a city, the first atom bomb. He's still, in fact, the only person who has ever used nuclear bomb. He is the only person who has pressed that button. But he still did it. Why? Because as a leader, it was his job to make sure that his team won. And he thought this was the best, most direct way to do it. So yes, he got pilloried. इनका reputation खराब हुआ. As the leader, he got screwed. But बाकी जितनी जनता थी वो सब better off हुई. So boss will direct, but leaders will lead from the front. It is up to us to decide whether we want to be bosses or leaders. I want to be a leader and I want to do the best I can, whether it is in work or whether it is when I'm teaching my kids how to be the most laziest person you can be. And with this, I would like to now call Professor Das